Hi, I'm Kevin Ackland from the breakfastnetworkingguide.com, and today I wanted to give you my 7 top tips for networking, for breakfast networking. And before I start that, I just want to give you a bit of a backdrop to why I've come up with these tips. The first thing that was happening was I was a member of a networking group, a weekly breakfast networking group, and I was getting a ton of referrals. I was getting referrals sometimes every single week, and they were very valuable to me, and I was doing business with a lot of people in the room. It started to become, I wouldn't say embarrassing, but I was receiving a great deal, and I wasn't giving as many referrals back because I couldn't. That sort of led me to work out that I really needed to give something back to the group. So I decided to do a lot more for the group and the organisation of the group generally. And so I really stopped trying to get referrals. What I started to do was just to start to help people. I was trying to work out exactly how to give people referrals if I could, or promote their business in some way, or promote them within the group, or doing something to help them. Well, be honest, that really made things worse. Actually, all of that happened was that I started to get even more referrals. When you start to think of that, that would be right. That would be what would happen. But that wasn't my intention when I first started. So the first thing I do, if I would, my top number 1 tip for anybody doing breakfast networking, the first thing that I would do, if I had my time all over again, is I would identify the personal people in the room that give a great deal of referrals. In other words, give the most referrals to the group itself. And what I then do is I would spend all of my time trying to work out how to promote them and how to give them referrals if I possibly could. And you can imagine what would happen. My second tip would be, don't make assumptions about people until you actually you meet with them, have a one-to-one with them. It's surprising actually how you can form assumptions about what people are like, whether they would be any use to you or whether you would be any use to them until you've actually met up. And I've had some surprising encounters with people whereby actually it's been very, very fruitful, one way or the other. Third one really would be to ask the members for their help. And one of the things that I find is that most people have a bit of a persona when they go into a networking group, and they don't need any help and they know what they're doing and they're just putting on a bit of a front. Actually, it's a good idea to ask the members for help. Once they understand exactly the type of help that you need, often they will go out and they will try actively to try and work out how to help you. Fourth thing I'd do is I would have as many one-to-ones as I possibly could. That said, I did have somebody join my networking group, and the first thing he did was to phone up everybody, have a one-to-one. He was having 3 one-to-ones every single week, and that was the only reason why he was only having that amount of one-to-ones, was because other people were busy. Funny enough, after about 4 weeks that person left. Strange that. He was really coming into the group and harvesting as much business as he possibly could from the group. I don't think that's a good way of going about it, but I do think that a one-to-one every week, maybe every other week, is a really, really good idea. And it's a good idea when you're having a one-to-one to go to their premises and see how they operate, and then have a return to your premises and they can see how you operate. The fifth would be, first of all, I would make it very easy for people to buy from me, but I wouldn't sell. And in fact, there's nothing more annoying than people coming into the room trying to sell things all the time. It's self-promotion all the time. I know that's what networking to a degree is all about, but really just make it very easy to buy and let people, attract people to you rather than, out and out selling. It's just not an attractive thing to do. And I think it's not a long-term thing to do either. Number 6, I would put immediate business on hold. I would actually look towards helping people as much as possible, and therefore not looking for a quick return. If you were to do that, and if you look at trying to be as helpful as you possibly can to people, and forego that immediate business, you'll find that that will be the most profitable way of going about it. And my last tip, number 7, would be to work out how to refer to each and every single person in that room. So the idea really is that you, apart from having the one-to-ones, asking other people, just try and work out how you're going to refer to them, and that will pay you dividends as well. So those are my top 7 tips. Hope they've been useful, and I'll catch you again in another video, no doubt. Thank you. Bye bye.